Orokin cells are very important in Warframe, and for some reason DE likes to add weapons that cost 10 Orokin cells, and I've seen some that went for more, and it's so annoying because for some reason you never fucking get them, right? You have to work your ass off just to get them. But there's a quick and easy farm where you can get 175 in an hour, or even more if you're lucky, less if you're not so lucky. So all you need to do it though is get yourself a Khora and build her something like this. You got to build it for range. You got to get Archon continuity for the toxin to corrosive status effect. Equilibrium so you can stack up on energy. Pilfering strangledoms. This will get you the loot, the Orokin cells. This is what you need for the most part. And then accumulating whipclaw for the damage. You can use Dreamer's Bond, you can use whatever you want. I just threw in Dreamer's Bond because at the time that was all I could do before I formed it. But this only costs like one former. You don't need to former this twice like I did. Then you need Arcane Aegis. This will, well, strictly speaking, you don't need this, but it's nice to have. But Arcane Fury you do need. On critical hit, 60% chance for 180% melee damage to melee weapons. You do need Arcane Fury, you don't need Aegis, but it's nice to have. Then you're gonna need to throw on your Veneri Synth Deconstruct. Enemies injured by the companions have 25% chance to drop health orbs. This will also help with your energy efficiency and getting you more energy. You could also do the same on your companion, so you have a higher chance of getting energy orbs that way, but it doesn't really matter. Throw on some Contagious Bond. When your companion kills an enemy afflicted with a status effect, it spreads to other enemies. The companion build isn't as important as the Warframe build or the whipclaw prime build. Now, the whipclaw you're going to need to make it look something like this, so you can be doing magnetic damage, so melee vortex will activate. And melee vortex, when you kill an enemy affected by magnetic status effect, it has a 45% chance to pull enemies in within an 18-meter radius. This will pull them right into your pilfering strangledom, and then you'll have a higher chance of getting Orokin cells. So, you're also going to need to go to the market, get yourself a resource drop chance booster, and a resource booster in general. And then you can go to the relay, also wait for a resource booster. And then when you go to your gear, you're going to need to have some specters. A force specter made with a Dante build attached to it. You're gonna need Dante for overguard, otherwise you might just die, especially since this build has little to no, actually this build just straight up has no survivability. It's completely dependent on Dante keeping you alive. And then when you start a mission, the mission you want to go to is on Steel Path over in Ceres. You can do Gabii. Gabii has a 35% chance drop booster, and then it has the best tile set. When you load in, the tile set will look something like this. All you have to do is start the survival and then see if the room at the back right actually is a dead end or not. If the room on the back right is a dead end, then unfortunately you're gonna have to reset the tile set unless you don't mind just a staggering lack of enemies. You just throw down your pilfering strangledom, throw down your force specter, make it stand in place, and then it'll start providing you some overguard eventually. Now, the only problem with this build would be that eventually you're gonna run out of energy. You're gonna be slow on the uptake, but it'll pick up after a little bit. And all you have to do is just kill enemies, and eventually you'll start getting Orokin cells like crazy. By the way, if you worry about the acolytes coming to get you, Wrath, Despair, all those people, you don't need to worry about a thing. You can just kick their ass nice and easy. You can whip them with the whip like a freaky little Khora, or you can shoot them with your main weapon, which is not dictated by this build whatsoever. So, with that being said, that is just about it. I hope you found this helpful. Until next time.
Subscribe to Sleepy Soul.